The big fight.
Now, listen, we're going to put a caption on this. Well, we didn't know what to name it. You know, it wasn't, what's his name, the black guy there.
Well,
Ali. Not Ali.
What happened, in a nutshell, Vitello's came to us and said, from now on, everybody's got to pay. Okay, fine. John Antonucci asked one of the peoples at Vitello's, is that true, do I have to pay? And the guy said no. So John Antonucci said, we don't have to pay. We said, yes you do. Big misunderstanding, huge fight broke out. And as with any fight that you'd watch on ESPN, we have some highlights. Now I don't know if it's going to come through the speakers or not, so if it doesn't, I'll
narrate it.
We'll narrate it. Here we go. It's only a minute. Listen, you're a big fat jerk. No, I'm sick and tired of you. Listen, I'm not paying. Hey, wait, hold on a second. What? I heard what you said. No. When you were on the phone, you called him a jerk. No. I called him an asshole. No. Now wait a second. Wait, no. You shut up. No, you shut up. Listen. Give me something to hit him with. Hey. There's John Antonucci standing on the chair. Look at me. I'm taller than everybody. Look at me. Look at me. For the land of the... Oh, wait.
Everybody, calm down, one at a time. It's not very hard, okay? One person speaks, everybody listens. The next person speaks, everybody listens. I will point to you when you need to talk.
And then Vinny got up, spoke very eloquently, and brought the club back together in one little speech. What did you say, Vinny?
We have a brotherhood in our club. We don't seek glory for what we do. And to take some insecure person, or insignificant ideal, and magnify this to an extent that you alienate members who we like, and then bring bad publicity and bad feelings. That's not what we're about. We take things as they come and try to make the best of it. Try to make it for what's good for the club. In my membership with the club has always been my first and primary meeting. And I say this honestly, I have never thought of myself, not physically, nor financially, in whatever I've done for these kids and for our club. That's what we're about, ladies and gentlemen. Respect, adoration for one another, and keep our club going forever. Thank you.
Well done. Well said. We had a veterans dinner, and I have to thank Larry Otina. Where are you? Please stand up and take a bow. It was Larry's idea, and Larry said, can I do this? And I said, go for it, and if you can make it happen, make it happen. And I'm telling you, he did it. It was a great night, big success. Congratulations, Larry. Let's do it again next year. I only have 2 pictures from it, so next year let's take some pictures. All right? Other activities. Apparently John Lepardi and Paulie Pacheco and some others got jobs outside of Home Depot standing around. I'm not sure what this was. But these guys have actually done a lot of cool things for the club. Up in the top right corner, that's Bill Polari and Vinny Dino, when we actually went to the bank and opened the new Grandsons of Italy Foundation, which this foundation is actually going to raise charitable money for all the things that we're going to do. We did another cooking and cursing this year. Cooking and cursing free. This video has raised, this series of videos has raised a lot of money for us to do our charitable events at the club. And can't do it without John and Vinny. They are the greatest, and it's a big success. Everybody loves it. It's got the club a lot of attention, as well as a lot of money. And this year, our own Paul Pacheco came out and starred in it, and he is absolutely hilarious. Not intentionally, but he is absolutely hilarious. We're selling them for $15, so if you want to get one, $15, and all the money goes to the club. And it's a great thing.
You sell them out front?
No.
Yeah, we got a booth on the alley.
Okay. Moving on to the honor roll. This year we lost some very, very dear members. This year we lost James Price. James, even though he was in the club for about a year, he had been a friend of the club for many, many years. We've known James since, since we started at the Feast of San Gennaro. Always came by the booth. Always a lot of fun. We've been trying to get him to join. Come on, James. Come on, James. Finally, he joined. So even in the short amount of time that we had him, we feel very fortunate to have him. A very funny guy. I don't know if you guys went to, how many people had the meeting at Vito's where he did this stand-up with Joey and the other guys. It was absolutely hilarious. He was a wonderful guy, and he definitely will be missed and is a grandson of Italy to the bone. So James Price. Okay, another one. Tony DeMilo, another big loss for this club. Tony DeMilo was a treasurer for, I don't know how many years. Bill, any ideas?
Yeah, about 20 years.
About 20 years worked as treasurer for this club. Tireless, dedicated, a wonderful man, kind-hearted, generous.
And he didn't write anything down.
Yes, and when I took over, I realized that he had nothing written down. There were no records of anything, so all of it was out of that beautiful head of his. But we had a lot of fun with him. We're not saying he was dishonest. We're saying he did it all in his head.
He's a throwback from the old 40s, 50s Hollywood times. When the blood, excuse me, but the cliche was, when the blood came up, even if he didn't know who she was, the husband could have been 17 foot tall. He'd walk up to her and say, "Oh, it's so good to see you." The guy standing there, "Who is this friggin' cagada?" You know, want to give him a dope slap. But that was Tony DeMilo.
When he was at the feast, he'd stand in front of that booth and his lips would be chapped when he went home.
But we're going to miss Tony very, very badly.
Yeah. The club will never be the same without him. He was a huge member of this club, and a big round of applause for a wonderful man. Steve Lord. If anyone had the pleasure of listening to Steve Lord tell him a story, you know Steve Lord. The man can tell you a story, and was happy to tell you the same story over and over again. But another grandson of Italy to the bone. This guy was vice president of this club even before I came in. He was a renowned composer. Never missed a meeting until he actually got sick. Was always around. Very close friend of Leo. And another one who will be missed. He was a strong personality.
He was a good friend of Al Molinaro. You guys
How about the fight? The fight.
On my first day as president of the club, the first day, I have to break up a fight between him and Al Molinaro. You want to talk about egos? Holy jeez. You're not an actor. You're not a composer. Well, I am a composer. And I'm an actor. This went on for about 20 minutes. Finally, they both stood up. I said, two old guys are going to croak each other. Right? So anyway, we jumped in. Al walked out. I grabbed him outside. I said, "Al, you can't leave. You got to stay with me. I need you." So he stayed with me till the dinner was over. And we hugged and kissed. I never saw him again.
Speaking of tough guys, Anthony, help me with his name. Atrando?
Yeah.
His son is in the club, am I correct? Okay. Had, again, not been in the club too long, but happy to have him and another member who will be missed. I don't have pictures of these two gentlemen, but it doesn't mean that they are less members of the club. It just means I don't have pictures. Frank and Pete, two more members that we lost this year that we definitely will miss.
Pete Rugolo was the arranger and composer for many, many years, all through his life. And he did some stuff with Stan Kenton, of which I happen to be fortunate I have pinned up my wall. And when I joined the club, and I saw Pete Rugolo, I thought I hit the number. You know, a crapper like me hitting Pete Rugolo. We're sitting down and having dinner. Who'd you eat with? Pete Rugolo. But yeah, he was a great guy, but his wife wouldn't let him out anymore. Yeah, he hit on one of the waitresses.
Just to remind you again, I'm Vinnie Corbo. reminding you it's okay to wear white after Labor Day as long as it's between green and red. And this is Vinny Raso. And, like that?
How'd you get that?
Yeah, well, I stole your car. And while I have the chance, I want to say that it has been the greatest working with you. It really has. When I became president, Vinny was right there. First, when I was vice president, Vinny said, come be vice president. I'll walk you through it. Help me with everything. When I became president, he was right there the whole time. Help me with everything. He's let me come in here and make an ass of myself every year for the intro of this event. He's been with me at Feast of San Gennaro, every Christmas party. This guy has sang tirelessly. I've learned so much from him, and it's been an honor to do stuff with you, Vinny, and I love you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. No doubt, it's been a pleasure to be here. And I'm grateful, I'm very grateful for the time that I have spent with this club. Hopefully.
You must be. Look at your shoes. You're both wearing the same shoes.
You're a jealous bastard, you know that? You're the only one of the three of us that don't have them. Because you're a cheap bastard. Anyway, buona fortuna, buona vita, buon appetito. See you later.